Tack a minute. Calvin Klein's done it, Diet Coke did it, and David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, Justin Bieber, Kate Moss and Kendall Jenner, just to name a few, do it all the time. So why did a recent billboard featuring a woman in her underwear cause so many complaints? Well, this one featured an image of Eliza Rose Watson alongside details, and get this, of her OnlyFans account, which is an adult subscription service that features sexually explicit content. Now, with those behind the complaint saying the picture was inappropriate due to its highly explicit content in a location near a school where children could see it, a big argument ensued. However, the boards that were seen in 4 locations across London back in June and July have since been cleared by the UK's Advertising Standards Agency for not being overtly sexual or objectifying women because they were unlikely to offend. Joining me to discuss this live from Cheshire, TV star, OnlyFans content creator, my mate, Kerry Katona. And first, Teacher Debbie Hayton joins me from Bristol. Debbie, let's start with you. You're a teacher. What do you make of this billboard advert? What are your thoughts as a teacher? Because it was, of course, near a school and people believed this to be inappropriate. Your thoughts, please, Debbie?
Well, I do think it's inappropriate. I think one of these boards was 450 metres from a school. Partly it's the style of the advertising. I'm not keen on the Calvin Klein adverts either, but mainly what it's advertising. It's advertising adult content and putting this in front of children. Children see this and they're intrigued by it. And at the same time as we're trying to protect children and uphold safeguarding, this undermines that because it desensitizes children to this sort of content and this sort of activity.
Do you, or could you argue, or what would you say to the people who say that Ronaldo or Beckham in underwear with a lot showing, for want of a better description, is any different? Would you have the same objection to that?
Well, I've got some objections to that, but it's not the same. It's because it's not only how it's been advertised, but it's what's being advertised. Children are intrigued by this, and when they hear, I think it was reported that this model earns £200,000 a month, of course children are intrigued by that. And at the same time as we're trying to protect children from people on the internet who may offer children money for on the internet, this undermines what we're trying to do in schools. It undermines safeguarding.
I can understand that. I can. Let's cross to Keza in Cheshire, looking lovely. What are your thoughts on the billboard? Seriously, Kerry, because you would understand you're a mother and I'm a father, and safeguarding children, Debbie has a really salient point. I believe that the kids are over-sexualised far too early in this country. What do you feel about this? You're part of OnlyFans. Was it too near the school?
You know what? I agree in everything that you said in a certain way, but I also feel what children are being taught in school is completely wrong. I read an article in the Daily Mail that children as young as 9 are being taught about masturbation, which I think is absolutely and completely ridiculous. This is an over-18 site. You know, we've also got alcohol that the government taxes all on, and they advertise that. That's an over-18 drink. Nothing on this billboard suggests that anyone should go on there and sign up. Let's think about all the alcoholic companies that make millions and millions a years, that 15% of the country die every year from taking alcohol. I'm a woman. I feel empowered by this. I see more nudity on a beach every year when I go away with my children. Should I stop taking my children on a beach?
That's an interesting question, Debbie.
I think the stigma that goes along with... Oh, sorry, Jeremy. I think the stigma that goes along with OnlyFans is what is causing the problem. OnlyFans is just not explicit content. I can go on OnlyFans and use to subscribe, to a fitness regime or me doing a makeup tutorial. It's not just about that. So I think it's a stigma that comes along with it, and educate yourself. Yes, there's explicit stuff on there. Yes, I do that myself. My children are very aware of it. They're a lot older. They understand it. But I think the way people are going outraged over this billboard, I see more sexy stuff on the cover of Vogue magazine of a model.
Let me take that point to Debbie, because it's a very salient point that Keza makes. You look at social media, you look at music videos, you look at magazines. She talks about nudity on the beach. We talk about kids. I mean, I've got 5 kids, and kids are growing up far too quickly. What is the difference, Debbie, between that advert and many others we've seen? What is the difference, really?
Well, it's what's being advertised. That's the point I was making. This is advertising sexualized activity. And yes, I take the point that some people use OnlyFans to advertise makeup tips, but you're not going to earn the amount of money that this model is earning by selling makeup tips.
So what you're saying is what you're saying is that you're saying to young girls, hold on a second, Kerry, you're saying to young girls, by taking your clothes off or being sexually explicit, that's going to say to them, make money. Now, Kerry, to give you an example, right, and we've talked about this before. I remember a survey years ago, and they asked, I don't know, 1,000 kids, and 38% of them, Kez, when asked what they wanted to do, went, be famous. That's quite frightening, isn't it?
I completely agree with you. Now, OnlyFans isn't about being fame. Fame and OnlyFans are two completely different things, I think. I think the industry in the fame world can have a massive detrimental effect on any young child. I mean, I was 17 when I got in the industry, and this is a money-making thing. And I've been through bankruptcies twice. I started out as a glamour model. I wasn't going to be a rocket scientist. You know, I used my looks and my chest to get me where I was, to get me out the council estate, and I'm extremely proud of that, of what I've achieved in my life. The main thing for me is, Jeremy, I don't care about your opinion, Debbie. For me, all I care about is what my kids think about me. I'm earning lots of money. I'm creating great memories, great adventures. Money doesn't make you happy, but it's giving me amazing opportunities to create this amazing life that I'm giving to my children. And if that means using my body to take pictures, I don't mind. I'll go on a beach every year. I'll go topless. I'll dig sandcastles with my kids because I don't want to get bikini marks. And paparazzi are going to take pictures of me anyway. We had FHL magazine, we had Zoo magazine and Nuts magazine. You know, you've got Ann Summers that do billboards. You've got Victoria's Secret that do billboards. This, I think, is just society picking on it because it's OnlyFans.
Right, listen, I have to say, very interesting from both of you. I just want to say just a couple of comments. Do you think this advert is inappropriate to be next to a school? We asked people. FX, I don't know what that stands for. It's a perfect representation of TikTok. What was meant for kids doing dances is now turned into a dating app for millennials. I'm disgusted with the pure rot modern-day society throws out. It's no wonder why our kids are confused with their sexuality when all they see is sex. Archie says it's inappropriate, full stop. No need to have porn sites advertised like this. Everybody has an opinion. Archie, I'd say this to you, and I'm not just sticking up for Kerry. I agree with Debbie. Kids are one click away from porn on their mobile phones, for God's sake. Honestly. Oh, hold on. IMA, students have porn on their phones. Absolutely. They can get pictures like you wouldn't believe. Debbie, thank you, Kerry. I want your response to breaking news from me at 7:45. I plan on launching a new feature in a couple of weeks called Only Nans. What do you reckon, love?
Oh, I will be signing up as long as I get mate rates.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Next on JK Live, it's time for the rhyme. India on the moon.